Hi, everyone. My name is Haley, and I'm an adult services librarian at the Barrington Area Library. And I'm very excited to welcome you today to meet with Stephanie Lindloff from Our Natural Wisdom. Just so you know, our programs are open through the month of January on our library event calendar. If you have any questions during the program, please feel free to send those through in chat to me, and I'll be moderating that the entire time. But without further ado, I'd like to introduce Stephanie Lindloff. Thank you, Stephanie.
Thank you, Haley. Good morning, everybody. What a beautiful sight it is to have all of you here together this morning. I first really want to thank Haley and the Barrington Area Library for sponsoring this talk. It clearly is something of interest to our community, and so it's really quite an honor to be doing this with you today. Again, my name is Stephanie Lindloff, and I am an eco-intuitive coach. My practice is called Our Natural Wisdom, and my clients are women who are high achievers, and they're also highly sensitive. They're interested in alleviating anxiety, self-doubt, and self-judgment, and they're especially drawn to reawakening their power of presence and healing through nature. So we're going to be talking a lot about that today, and how in particular we can connect with the deep wisdom that is within all of us, which is also called our intuition. So we'll be talking about that through the first half of today's hour. And in the second half of the meeting, we'll be doing a guided inner journey where you'll experience the messages that your intuition has just for you in these times. So I also wanted to introduce myself just a little bit. I live here in Barrington and have for a few years. I have a young family, myself and my husband and our two children who are ages 9 and 3. And we have just been so blessed really to have relocated here to Barrington. It's just a wonderful community, and we love, love, love our library. So this is really a treat for me to be doing a talk that is sponsored by our wonderful Barrington Area Library. I do want to also say that this talk is, we're going to be delving into some subjects that are really rich with so much wisdom, and so much that is a personal wisdom. So this is your experience. I'm going to be sharing a lot of information and heart-led, soul-led wisdom that it might resonate deeply with you. It might be a little bit confusing or a little unusual for you to hear. This is your experience, so take from it what most resonates for you, and set the rest aside, and maybe at some point in the future it will come back to you as something that is worth revisiting. And to that point, I did want to speak to the issue of the recording, because the library is recording this. They are planning on loading it to their YouTube channel. So you'll be able to access it there. And I think that Haley is also probably going to be emailing it directly to everybody that is registered for the event. So you'll receive it through email as well, the email that you registered for the event with. Okay, so before we get started, I wanted to just invite everybody to do a little grounding exercise here. So I invite you to take some nice, deep, cleansing breaths. You might choose to close your eyes, or you can look into the camera. You can look out the window and take in the beauty of the nature that is surrounding you in every moment. But I encourage you to really take some nice deep breaths and feel into the presence of your body right now. Feel how your body is resting on the earth. Such support being provided by the earth in this moment and in all moments. Really feel your physical presence and understand that you have an energetic presence as well that is even more supported by the earth because it is deeply connected. I invite you to imagine roots of light extending down from the bottoms of your feet deep into the earth, passing through the floor that you are resting upon, moving into the soil, down through the layers of the earth, past the roots of the trees and all the living things around you. Maybe you're coming across the groundwater that is flowing beneath us. Maybe you are touching crystals that are found within the soil. And really breathing in this energy, breathing this beautiful life-affirming energy of the earth, of nature. Breathing it up through those roots of light into your body and feeling it move all the way up your legs, up through your hips, up through your torso, your heart center, up through your throat and into your head, all the way up to the crown of your head. Taking that deep breath and drawing in so much of that energy. And as you exhale, imagine that you are releasing anything that needs to be released in this moment. You don't need to know exactly what it is. Your soul knows, and your soul is guiding you here. Breathing in that life-affirming energy and breathing out, exhaling into the earth, anything that needs to be released, knowing that the earth knows just what to do with this. The earth transmutes this, composts this, recycles this into more energy that is life-affirming for everything around us and for you. And I invite you to bring your palms to your heart center and welcome your beautiful soul into this space that we are creating together. Knowing that your soul is always with you and just welcoming any wisdom that you are meant to receive in this time that we have. Knowing that this is a safe space, a space of love and light. And I bring my palms together and I bow to you. We bow to each other and to our beautiful souls, and we begin our session today. Okay, so thank you, everybody. I'm going to spend a little bit of time going through just the basics of what is intuition and how does nature help us connect with it. And then we're going to talk more deeply about the energies of the coming winter and all that we have to receive in welcoming those energies and embracing those energies. So intuition is something that we are all born with. It is not a special gift that is reserved only for a few special people. It is something that we are all born with. It is our soul's language. It's how we hear our connection to the divine in whatever way you choose to define it. And our intuition is something that we have often lost connection with as we have grown into adulthood. But I am here to tell you that it is always there for you to reconnect with, and it can happen instantaneously. It doesn't take years of practice or years of sitting in very quiet meditation. You have the power to connect with your intuition right now. It is just a matter of intention and of welcoming it back into your life because it is already there within you. It's not something that is outside of you. Our intuition is people often use the words intuition and instinct interchangeably, and they are very different things. Instinct is also something that we all have. It is a more primal energy. It is something that is, it has served us very well as animals, as we have evolved over millennia. Instinct is felt in our gut. It's like a reactive kind of response that we have. Whereas our intuition is, it's really from our heart center. We feel it with our heart and our soul, and it radiates throughout our entire body. Our intuition is always speaking to us from a place of unconditional love and compassion. Compassion for ourselves and compassion for others. Compassion meaning kindness and connection and understanding that we are interconnected, not compassion from a place of, feeling sorry for or losing ourselves in empathy or, other negative ways that we can sometimes construe the word compassion. When I say compassion, I mean kindness and I mean connection. And so when we talk about connecting with our intuition, we are connecting again with the language of our soul, which is always there to guide us with language of compassion and language of unconditional love. As I said at the very beginning, we're all born with intuition. It is very connected to nature, because nature is the physical manifestation of pure energy. You might define pure energy as atoms and particles, or you might define it as the divine in whatever way you define the divine. But nature is all around us at all times, even when we are indoors. And it is, because it is pure energy, it is so easy for us to access the light and the love of the energy of our soul and of our soul's language when we connect with nature. Nature is a wonderful healer as a result, as so many of us have experienced, especially in this past year. It's so heartening to see how many people have been spending more time outdoors, whether just puttering around in their yard. I mean, the gardens were gorgeous this year around here. So many people were spending a lot of time in nature, either around their home or out and about. And this is a beautiful thing because we are being intuitively drawn to spend more time in nature. Nature is there's, oodles of scientific studies about how the pheromones and the, air quality and all of these things about nature have been proven to help us, to soothe us, to heal us, to reduce anxiety levels. And it's no surprise because nature is operating at a whole different vibration than we often operate when we are in our ego mind or our intellect. And when we are able to spend more time connecting with nature from indoors or outdoors, we're able to connect with that deep healing that nature provides us. So nature, because it's such a powerful healer, can even and easily allow us to become powerful self-healers. And we are intuitively being drawn to do this for ourselves in every moment. It's a matter of connection and it's a matter of presence. And this is why reconnecting with nature is it's really connecting, reawakening with our power of presence and everything that it can provide us, from soothing anxiety to calming self-doubt to calming self-judgment and just soothing our senses. So when we talk about winter, I am especially, I'm really feeling that it's so important for us to embrace the energy of the coming winter because, we're hearing so much language in the news about how this is going to be a long, hard winter, or it's going to be a long, dark winter, or, you know, this does not serve us to hear this. I'm not naive. I know that this has been an incredibly challenging year for you. It has been for me. It has been for all of us. But I am not willing to write off an entire season of my life despite all of this that's going on this year. There is so much for us to experience this winter, so much healing and a restorative mindset and heart scent that we can experience this coming winter. Every season is distinctive, has a distinctive energy, has a distinctive vibration. And winter, we all know, has often been associated with rest and with soothing and nurturing and nourishment. And it's also been associated with a more introspective time. This can certainly serve us in so many ways this year. And I really want to go deeper into all of this so that you have, so that you're feeling that you are more welcoming than ever of everything that you can receive from the energy of this coming winter season from nature. And again, you can receive this from the indoors or from outdoors. I'm not talking about, huge wilderness solo trips and, being exposed to really, survival kind of experiences in nature. We can experience nature's healing from indoors as well as outdoors. And so I'm going to start with talking about light because we are approaching the darkest day of the year, the winter solstice. It is the day where we have the longest number of hours in darkness. After the winter solstice, which is on December 21st, we start experiencing more and more light every day. So when, the general language that we're receiving out there about this being a dark winter. Winter is a time of growing lightness. It is a time of growing illumination, not a time of growing darkness. So, first of all, let's remember that, okay? It is a celebration of light. That is what the winter solstice is about in so many traditions, ancient and throughout thousands of years traditions. It is a celebration of light. So let's start with just recognizing that. Winter is also traditionally known as being connected with the element of earth. So while we might think of, all growing things really flourishing in summer, the element of earth is strongly connected with winter because that is when things are strengthening. They're strengthening their roots, they're strengthening their groundedness, they're receiving nourishment and nurturing that will allow them to emerge in the spring and to really flourish in the spring because they have been taking care of themselves throughout the winter months. So there's a really strong wisdom in there for all of us to receive. In nature, in winter, in nature, I just really feel that it's especially important this year to focus on how clear everything is in winter. The air it feels more clear and fresh, and there's a level of crispness in the air. It's a quality that we can not only see, but you can feel it in the air, and you can even taste it, like you can taste in your mouth when the snow is falling. There is a difference. There is a clarity, a crispness that happens in the winter months. And all of this is connected with the restfulness and the nurturing and the nourishment that we are reminded to be intentional about in the winter for ourselves. Now, when I say the word rest, I want to say right off the bat that a lot of people, and I'm sure you are thinking, I don't have the ability to rest. I have so much that I need to get done. When am I going to rest? One of the most beautiful things about connecting with nature and with your intuition is that you can experience restful moments in seconds. I'm not talking about, 2-hour walks in the new snowfall. I'm not even talking about sitting in a meditation for, 20 minutes a day, which is wonderful if you can do it. I applaud you if you are doing that already for yourself. So important. But I also know that many of you have so many responsibilities right now, caregiving responsibilities for children, for aging parents, for other adults that you are caring for. Perhaps you are working longer hours because of financial stresses. There are so many challenges that I know that we are all experiencing in these days. And I want you to know that this isn't just, I'm not saying, so you need to rest more, because that is not helpful. Nature and your intuition, your soul will allow you to receive rest in moments of your day. You can do it in mere moments scattered throughout your day. And I guarantee you, if this is a practice that you are able to make a habit for yourself, connecting with nature, simply looking out the window and breathing deeply and connecting with nature, it will feel soothing to you and it will bring you rest. So I feel like that was a really important thing to mention for all of you today. Winter is a powerful time for us to it is an introspective time naturally because of the way that we tend to live and how the pace of our days. It tends to be a very introspective time for many of us. And this is, it can feel very challenging, especially now because of just the range of emotions that we've all experienced and are experiencing in these times. Winter is when you are out in nature and looking at the landscape. Winter really provides a deeper and a longer view for us. When you look into areas that are normally fully leafed out or vegetated, a lot of those places, the view is really deepened. You're able to see much further into that wooded area or those prairie areas, or even through your backyard, you're able to see much more deeply. And this view really resonates for us because it reminds us that winter is also the time to take a deeper view within and to do this with self-compassion, doing more introspection and really understanding that you have been through a lot and that you are experiencing a range of emotions, and sending yourself kindness and understanding that this is something that you are experiencing. The emotions that you are experiencing, they are all legitimate. They are all yours. They are your emotions. So it is especially important for us to extend ourselves self-compassion, because as much as we want to be understood, fully understood, and seen and witnessed by those around us, especially our loved ones, maybe the ones that we've been, sheltering with all of these many months, it is your experience. And so the most important place to look for healing, for kindness, for compassion, and for love is within yourself, because only you fully know what you're experiencing in these times. Understanding that your emotions they are vibrations that you are feeling within your body. Emotions are energy. And when you look at how energy is, it flows through you just as it flows through nature, you can set the intention to release energies, vibrations, emotions that are no longer serving you. You can release these and you can receive those energies and vibrations and emotions that do serve you. And this is something that your intuition and your soul and the earth are always trying to support you in. So nature is a powerful healer, so powerful. And nature will support you in your efforts to heal yourself, support yourself, and find the clarity and the self-compassion and the kindness that will not only allow you to survive during this time, but to thrive and to emerge in the spring feeling more grounded than ever, with reduced anxiety, with less self-doubt and less self-judgment, and that you will really be more deeply connected with yourself and more deeply connected with nature. That is the end of the teaching that I have for you. It's such a rich subject. I could go on and on. I hope that this resonated for you and that you were able to capture some ahas or insights in a journal that you might have handy. I would encourage you, if you don't have a journal handy, to grab something and have it nearby. Thank you, Mary. Thank you. So that you have a journal nearby in the guided inner journey, which we are going to be moving to shortly, because I'll be asking some questions that you can record the answers of whatever you hear from your intuition through this guided inner journey. And before we move on, I just wanted to say, this is just a taste of the kind of work that I do, the offerings that I provide through my work. My practice, again, is Our Natural Wisdom, and you can learn lots more about it at my website, ournaturalwisdom.com. I have a lot of free resources available there, and you can also learn more about working with me. I offer a group coaching experience for women that are interested in deepening their connection with Mother Earth. We have it's a seasonal group program, and the winter series is going to be starting at the end of December. Enrollment for that ends on December 20th. And there's lots more information on the website too. And I'm also on Facebook at Our Natural Wisdom and on Instagram at Our Natural Wisdom. So I would love to hear from you there. You can contact me through any of those avenues. Let's see, I just saw a chat come in. I just wanted to, since we're not interacting, I wanted to be sure that I can, Diana said, I'm walking in nature and it was very soothing to listen to you. Oh, that's so beautiful to hear, Diana, and what a perfect place to be joining this offering. Okay, so we're going to settle in again. We're going to be experiencing a guided inner journey that I'm going to be walking you through. It'll be very peaceful. So you can do this as you are seated, or you could be lying down, or you could be walking through nature or sitting in nature. Anything is perfect for this experience. And I'm just going to take a drink of water really quick. From my huge water bottle. can't get enough water. Okay. All right, so once again, take some nice deep breaths. Reconnect with those roots of light that we set down in our opening grounding exercise. Really feeling how you are deeply connected with nature, with the earth, and how you are especially receptive to the messages that nature has for you and your intuition has for you as you have listened to this wisdom through the beginning of our call. Wisdom that I'm very much channeling from Mother Earth. And I invite you to imagine yourself in a beautiful place in nature. It might be a place that you have been, or a place that you are, or it might be in your imagination. And it's winter time. The kind of winter day or night that feels so just soothing and comforting and grounding to you. It feels very safe, feels very nourishing. It feels very much like a place you've been many times, very familiar. And as it's winter, I also remind you that you are very comfortable. There is no discomfort because of the temperature. You are just perfectly comfortable where you are right now. And as you're moving through this space or standing still, you just sense that there's an energy around you, a vibration in the air, where everything is crystal clear and so clean and almost crystalline. There's a sparkle to the air. Whether or not the snow is falling, everything is just so clear. It's like all of the veils have come down. Any veils of confusion or illusion, they've all just naturally come down. Nature wants you to experience purity and connection and love. And as you're in this space, see what comes to you in smell. What does it smell like? Are you smelling pine trees, or maybe it's a clear, crisp smell of the snow? Maybe wood smoke from somewhere nearby. And now open up your sense of hearing. What do you hear around you? You hear the sound of grasses rustling, branches rubbing against each other. Maybe you hear the sound of birds. Maybe you hear an animal moving through the natural area there you are. Softly, gently. And as you open your eyes and look around, what do you see in this space? Notice how deeply you can see into this natural space. There's a perspective that is new to you now because of the energies of winter. There are new things to see and appreciate and acknowledge. Both at a distance and close up. And as you appreciate and become more deeply aware of this view, you understand that it is always accessible to you. And it is your choice to see more deeply, to appreciate your connections, to receive the messages that nature has for you. And I'm really feeling the presence of animals. They have a real curiosity for what we are doing and how open you are in this moment. It's like your vibration has really reached more of a match with theirs. So take in what animals might be appearing for you in your beautiful natural space. You might see them, or you might just hear them. You may only see their tracks and their trails. And there's a wisdom to be found in those as well. And now we move to the trees. The trees also have so much to share, so much healing to provide, so much wisdom. In your mind's eye, imagine a tree in your journey that is especially calling to you to connect with. And as you approach this tree, really take it in. See its shape. What's the texture of its bark? Perhaps it has scars from missing branches or limbs. Trees have a very long view. They've experienced and seen and learned from so much. And looking up at the canopy of the tree, really take in how that tree is shaped, the direction that its branches are turned. How is it positioned to receive the light? And as you approach the tree, I invite you to reach out and touch the tree if you're not already doing so. Place your hands on the tree. Maybe you want to lean your forehead onto the tree. And breathing in the energy of this beautiful being that has seen so much. And this tree wants you to know how grounded it is, how present it is. So really feel your roots of light, your roots, extending down into the earth and connecting with the roots of this beautiful, wise tree. This tree knows how to rest deeply. It knows how to release. And how to receive. And it is reminding you that you know this as well. So much wisdom, a timeless wisdom. And as you are connecting with nature and the earth, you are reawakening this wisdom that is self-healing. And the animals are back. They're coming. They're even more drawn to you now because you're so grounded. They're so curious and they have so much to offer. And as you look around, let your eyes fall upon a particular animal that is just feeling so familiar to you. One that maybe you see it every day, or you just know that you have a deep connection with this animal. And you feel very safe. Really take in everything about this animal. What does its body look like, and how does it move? How does it experience nature in the winter? And really look into this animal's eyes and see how it is looking deeply into your eyes. It is holding still to look right into your eyes with such understanding, such presence, deeply present. And such freedom. This animal wants you to remember there is such freedom in presence. And as you are looking into this animal's eyes, you're really feeling the presence of all of nature, all around you in this moment. From the earth that you're standing upon or sitting upon, to the air that you're breathing, the water that is supporting every system of your body, and the fire that is the energy of your body. Earth, air, fire, and water, all present in this moment with you. And they always are in every moment. And taking some nice deep breaths. Really draw in the wisdom and the healing that you are receiving in this beautiful space. And even as you exhale, notice how it's just creating more space for you to receive more wisdom and healing and self-compassion. And feel how that clear, crisp energy of winter fills your body with such healing. And as we draw this inner journey to a close, I invite you to place your palms over your heart center. Really welcoming the presence of your soul and your intuition. And asking yourself some questions in this space. And even if you don't hear a clear answer right now, know that you will always receive an answer from your soul. The first question: how can I easily experience rest this coming winter? How can I easily experience rest this coming winter? And the same question one more time. How can I easily experience rest this coming winter? And the second question: how can I easily experience self-compassion this coming winter? How can I easily experience self-compassion this coming winter? How can I easily experience self-compassion this coming winter? And the last question: how can I more deeply connect with nature this coming winter? How can I more deeply connect with nature this coming winter? One more time. How can I deeply connect with nature this coming winter? Now just write down anything that comes to you. It could be words, doesn't have to be complete sentences, could be symbols, or just a feeling. And know that your soul will be providing you even more insight because you've received so much in this time that we have together. So many personal messages from your intuition, from your soul, and from nature. And as we come fully back to the now, I encourage you to take some nice stretches, maybe have a drink of water. I hope that you all enjoyed that. The trees and the animals definitely wanted to support you. I could feel them deeply. I hope you did too. So we have about 5 minutes here. I would love to hear from anybody that feels led to share your experience. Haley can unmute lines so that you can contribute, or you could use the chat function. And Kay, thank you. Kay says, thanks for a positive view of winter instead of doom, gloom, and darkness. Yeah, for sure. You're welcome, Kay. And I just wanted to, once again, I really want to thank all of you for being here today. So happy that you chose this experience. It's something that your soul led you to do today. So I am very grateful that you are present here. And I am also very grateful to the Barrington Area Library for sponsoring this talk. So thank you so much, everybody. And I look forward to hearing anything that people would like to share. Oh, thanks, Mary. I meditate a lot. This was wonderful and profound. Thank you. Beautiful. You're welcome. And I guess I should say, if you want to learn more, again, I have lots of free resources, more videos, some more guided journeys on my website at ournaturalwisdom.com.
And if anyone wants to actually say anything, you are able to unmute your microphones now. So please feel free to share.
I'll share. I always like to share. I have done the Sacred Grove with Stephanie, and I just wanted to say I always love doing these, and I appreciate that you do these little other free workshops because I cannot get enough of it. And normally when we're in the Sacred Grove, there's a specific place that these meditations take me to. And this time it was someplace very close instead. And so I just want to thank you for that guidance, because that gives me some place that I can access, more regularly through this winter. And also when we were first talking, a cardinal came and sat right outside my window in my rhododendron bush. And they've been in my yard all this time, but he just came right here. And I was just like, wow. Whenever we are in these meditations, it seems like the animals come in more spiritually, but also physically. Don't just notice them, but they seem to really come. So thank you for that.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you, Erin. Well, yeah, when we're at that vibration, we definitely are attracting the animals, that's for sure, because they become very curious. They're very attracted to us when we are in that state. So that's a beautiful, I'm so happy to hear that you experienced that. And Erin was mentioning the Sacred Grove. That's the name of the group coaching experience that I offer. That's a seasonal program. Thanks, Erin.
This was great. This is Usha. And when you were guiding it, I could feel it and see it from spring to winter, back to spring, lake, birds, everything. It was amazing that how I could see everything in front of my eye.
Yeah.
This was great.
Oh, good. Yeah, it's very powerful.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Kay says, I enjoyed it so much. It fills me with hope and positivity. I love nature. Yes. Thank you, Kay. We have about a minute left. Is anybody else feeling led to share? Oh, and Cheryl says, thank you, Stephanie. I look forward to sharing this recording with many who need this. You have made me aware that I constantly do these practices. I love that. That's fantastic. And I'm so happy that you'll be sharing it with others. That's fantastic. Thank you so much.
Well, if no one has anything else they'd like to share, I guess we'll wrap up this session. Thank you so much, Stephanie. It was a wonderful practice, so thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And thank you so much to everyone for signing in today. I hope you really enjoyed it. It sounds like everyone did. I know I did. But if you have any questions, please feel free to contact myself or contact Stephanie at Our Natural Wisdom, and I'll be sending out the link to the recording as soon as possible. So that'll be sent to your emails that you registered with. But thank you and have a great rest of your day.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.